All right, so astrology time, everybody. Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. And today is Friday. It's the 15th of May, so we're halfway through May, right? So what's going on? Well, our moon is in Taurus, and the moon's in Taurus, and it's going to be in Taurus all day long. Now, that moon in Taurus, we're going to talk about that because that's going to give us some very nice vibes because we got our sun in Taurus and the moon in Taurus. So we got this double Taurus thing going on, and it's going to feel just about right, okay? Now, the moon, there's only one aspect that the moon makes today, and that is square Pluto at 7:25 in the morning. So after that, we have a focused moon for the entire day, the focused moon in Taurus. And that is going to lead to some serious work getting done and some enjoyment, right? So the changes that you put into motion, okay, are underway. And there's really nothing you can do to stop them, right? Look, the double Taurus vibe is going to sink in today, right? We're in it for the long run, and we're in it basically to win it. And we're going to win it in a very non-flashy and steady way. Now, you may have some doubts or misgivings about what you put into motion, but you know what? For the most part, they're going to turn out to be much better than you anticipated. Number one, and number two, look, it's going to take some time for it to develop, right? It's Taurus season. Things aren't done hastily. Things are done in a manner where we're just going to be like, okay, we have to do this. We have to, we have limits. We reach our limits, and then we're just going to like calmly and politely address whatever it is that exceeded our limits or whatever we're doing. Now, the focused moon in Taurus triples down on the things that are in the works, okay? Yes, it's going to triple down on it. Also, later on today, date nights, romance, and love, they're all in the air, and it's all there for you to take advantage of. Catch that wave, okay? Because today's keyword is gusto, okay? Now, the color is a green plaid shirt, even though I'm wearing black, because these black shirts, the videos tend to do better. Don't ask me why, okay? Maybe it's just like I'm a floating head there, like Jambi on Pee Wee Herman or something like that, where it's just a head in a box, maybe. Anyway, so talking with people yesterday, wow, did that work? I mean, talk about numbers, talk about intuition, talk about doing the things that we should be doing, right? Look, I got some, not only did I take this as intention, this new opportunity further that I myself am looking at and really considering and saying like, well, I think I'm going to take advantage of this because it's what we're doing. It's the progress. It's the natural progression, right? We're taking the advice of mentors and stuff like that. But I also learned something about some of the tech that I'm using and how to use it a little bit better, which is really surprising because, with doing Astrocat and stuff like that, it doesn't leave much time for me to play with AI in ways that would enhance my job, perhaps, right? Somebody else did some of that work, and they showed it to me today, and it was pretty amazing, eye-opening. And even though I did some of it, just the organization and the systemization of it that she happened to possess was very helpful because she's able to do it in real time. And that made it, before I'd have to reserve time for it and be like, okay, I'm going to try using this. Nope, she refined her prompts and did everything, and it works pretty seamlessly. So that was amazing. So look, I'm on the course to make the most of tomorrow's new moon in Taurus. Now, are you? That's the question. And, honestly, it seems like this one's really big, and it's really big for a reason, because we gathered our seedlings in that Aries new moon, and now we're just going to be picking the strongest ones to grow for this Taurus new moon. And the surprise, guess what? Not what I was thinking at all, but that's just the way it works with Uranus in Gemini, right? So we had Uranus also shifting in Taurus. So obviously there's a shift, and there's some compensation that's in here as well, right? So those seedlings, right? Now, let me ask you something. Did any numbers jump out at you yesterday? I caught an 1111, of course at 1111, and that's always a welcome sight. That when you make a wish buy and stuff like that. But I got to tell you, we can't allow ourselves to mail this stuff in, right? We have to be in it. We have to be all in. And all in to win, basically, right? Because that's what Taurus is going to do. Taurus shows up. Taurus is there. Taurus is going to make us do some of that work. And it's good because we got Saturn there, and we have to do the work. Because if we try to get through it without doing the work, it's going to fail. And there'll be things that we're just not able to do. And we will fall short of whatever the promise is of this moon because we haven't done the work for it. It's easy to confuse all the pleasure that Venus bestows in Taurus and just take that and ignore the fact that you got to be diligent and work for it, right? Yes, that's a lesson. So now, if you mail it in, this is going to lead to problems. And authenticity is what is required of you. Show up authentically, right? Now, by Monday, everything is going to change. So be prepared, right? Our thoughts are going to change. They're going to be quicker, sharper. Our actions will become more deliberate and less flaily, for lack of a better word. And our love language will begin at home. Now, the sign of Taurus can be a bit surprising at this particular moment, in the moment we're in, right? The steadfastness, well, that's impressive, right? That always is. Pleasure-seeking, now that's kind of surprising. And the tenacity, it's well known, but since it isn't very flashy, it often gets taken for granted. Look, slow things down and purposely seek out a beautiful experience today. The best advice I can give for you, right? All right, so, and look, we're going to get really ready for a busy day on Saturday, especially if the weather's fair, right? Because the signals, hopefully, the solar flares and stuff like that, will begin to abate and leave us with a nice, clean, static-free new moon on Saturday. That would be nice, but we'll see if it'll happen. I think it's supposed to be a high day for solar activity, so I don't think we're going to get that. So, yep, the ear ringing will continue. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Speaking of Neptune in Aries, okay, we didn't really mention it, but Neptune is in Aries, right? We are in a new phase for art. In 1863, right? Neptune in Aries, the Salon de refuses, opened in Paris. It's an exhibition of works refused by the official salon, featuring the works of Paul Cézanne, Camille Pissarro, Henri Latour, James Whistler, and Edouard Manet. And that was on this date in 1863. And our birth is a fella named Hell. Born in 1720, Maximilian Hell. He was born Hall, but he changed it to Hell. He's a Slovakian, or a Hungarian astronomer, a Jesuit priest, and the namesake of the lunar crater Hell. He did some important astronomical works, published in Ephemeris for Vienna, and also participated in observations of the 1769 transit of Venus, or was it 67? Not sure. But anyway, he did participate in that as well. And he went to northern Norway for that, right? So that's what we got for you. So he was born in, Hungary. That makes sense, right? And died in 1792. And it's Székely. That's where he was born in Hungary. And that's all I have for you. So thank you so much for joining me. Let's recap, shall we? Our keyword is gusto, because we're going to go for the gusto today. And the color is a green plaid shirt, but you'd never know it by what I'm wearing right now. Today is an 8. Happy astrocatting.